Mr. Ditliff, then just to follow up on Senator Slotkin and the chairman, I think you would be able to say just yes or no if there's a credible threat. That's not classified information. I mean, saying what the threat is would be the classified part of a response. So could you just say, if you know of a credible threat, easy answer, yes or no?
Senator, today I can't say anything in this particular forum, but if confirmed, I look forward to engaging with you and making sure that we're operating in a transparent manner with the committee.
All right, thank you. Mr. Birdwell, different subject. The decline of domestic shipbuilding and the industrial base that supports that, it's not just an economic concern for our country. This is a national security issue, a significant one. In a potential contingency with a near-peer adversary competitor like China, our ability to sustain Sealift across a 5,000-mile ocean, repair battle damage, support forward-deployed naval forces is going to depend on the strength of our U.S. shipyards. It's going to depend on our suppliers, and it's going to depend on having a robust commercial U.S.-flagged fleet. The President's Maritime Action Plan and my bipartisan Ships for America Act recognizes the urgency of reversing this trend through a whole-of-government approach. We have to revitalize domestic maritime building here at home. The theory of the case behind both of these initiatives, the Maritime Action Plan and my legislation, is that rebuilding our maritime industrial base cannot rely exclusively on the Navy. We need a competitive commercial market that supports robust supply chains if we want to be able to deliver critical capability to the Navy and have critical Navy programs that are on time and on budget. So, Mr. Birdwell, do you agree that the Navy would benefit from more commercial competition in the maritime industry?
I've not made an evaluation of a competitive role between the Navy and our commercial. I do agree with you that we need a more robust organizational industrial base across the services, specifically the Navy and shipbuilding, but also additional capability commercially. I could give you an anecdotal issue specifically related to Texas, but we need both lanes robust simultaneously, in my view.
So you don't think there's synergy between having a robust commercial sector and a robust military shipbuilding? What I'm getting at is those supply chains for Navy ships. If you look at things like pumps and valves and piping and engines, the supply chain for the naval vessels is very similar to the supply chain for the commercial vessels.
Yes, sir. Senator, you would need whatever increases we have in the force structure in the Navy, you would need to have a parallel increase in the service support ships that would support those. But
I'm not talking about just the support ships. I'm talking about, so we have about 80 U.S.-flagged ocean-going merchant ships. China has over 5,000. They have more than 50% of the shipbuilding capacity worldwide. What I'm getting at here is by revitalizing the commercial shipbuilding sector, it helps us build more Navy ships because you have more robust supply chains. So if confirmed as Assistant Secretary of Defense for Sustainment, how would you align the department's sustainment strategy with the broader maritime initiatives to ensure that we have the industrial capacity that the Navy depends upon for its Sealift?
Senator, I want to make sure that the industrial base, both commercial and organic, that I get to be a champion, particularly for the organic, work with my counterparts in industrial base policy for the commercial side to ensure that both of those capabilities are growing robustly to ensure that we meet the strategic needs that you've addressed in your question.
Okay. Yeah, there is a strategic need for commercial Sealift. I mean, that's without question. But I do want to just make it clear again that that actually helps us build the amphibs, build the aircraft carriers, the destroyers, the frigates, the submarines that we need for our national defense. So I hope you'll work with us here on this committee. I've got strong legislation. It's bipartisan. It touches every aspect of the maritime industry, so we can flag more U.S. ships with U.S. crews built in U.S. shipyards with U.S. suppliers. That's what I think we need, not only to revitalize the commercial sector, but at the same time, we get the added benefit of having a bigger industrial base for shipbuilding across the country. So I look forward to working with you on it.
Senator, if confirmed, I look forward to working with you in the committee on that very topic.
Senator Birdwell, I think Senator Kelly has made a profound point here. This is not the first time this has been discussed among this committee, but he's on to something that, that might give us the quantum leap that is vitally needed to do what needs to be done. So thank you, Senator Kelly. Senator Kane, you have finally lived long enough to be recognized. It's your turn.
That's a good allusion to a special day. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and